Good. Lovely. So how have you been otherwise, besides tech problems for me? Oh, cool. What was the concert? Oh, wait, like an indie band type of thing? Okay. You just wanted music. You just felt like it. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, so I was going to say, so how's the place? Oh, since you moved 2 years ago. I got you. But speaking of that subject, what about the okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I got you. So they're working on that now, basically. Okay. All right, that's cool. So it's on. It's going to. It's still happening. It's just you have just had no. Okay. All right. Well, that's good then. Okay, that's good. Um. Yeah, I know, right? I can imagine at a certain point you're just like, please. See, now you laugh, but if you blame raisins, so many things become clarified in a way that they wouldn't have been before. Ah, okay. Well, it's funny. There you go. All right, let's see. So that goes down to. Okay, I want that to be above poles. Yes. All right. All right. Actually, no, I don't have to do that. I can put this down here, and then I can get rid of the poles window. Yes, lovely. You hear a one-sided conversation. Wait, what? ones goodbye. Now our time is coming, and it is not the time to cry. Fight the war. Fight the war. Fight the war. Oh, here's why we're fighting. It's about the might. Let the writers writing settle wrong from right. In the time of conflict, when the bullets fly, in the space of seconds, a life you cannot buy. Face the facts before you, face the simple truth. We're hopelessly outnumbered. It's tragic, but it's true. Make your last formation, take the final road. Now it's time for endings. Now it's time to go. Fight the war. Oh, fight the war. Fight the war. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I'm finally fighting the war now that we got the tech problem solved. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, Arvanauts, to a Tuesday day stream. It is November 7th, 2017. November 7th, 2017. I can talk. It is 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I hope everyone is doing well. And I hope if you are a person in the United States of America that you have voted in your local elections. There are local elections happening everywhere here. And yes, all elections matter. If anything has been proven from this last nightmarish year, it is that elections matter. So get out there and vote. Get there and vote early and often. No, don't vote or often. But you should be voting, and you should do it today. I am going to vote after my streams today because the polls in the state of New York are open until 9 p.m. So when I am done tonight with my GOG stream, at about 7 p.m., I will head directly over to go vote at that point. So please go do that because it matters and it's important. It is not some distraction from the rest of your life. It is your life. So please make sure that you do that. There is nothing more important than you can do today than become invested in how the country moves forward on the local level. That's super, super important. Now, with that said, it is a pleasure to have everyone here. I am sorry that we are getting started late. I had tech issues relating to my headphone jack and my audio drivers and a bunch of other things that I had not known were going to be a problem. And actually, this is the first time that I've been able to use Zoom since I had some of the headphone problems that I had. And thank you to Trollware. So mega thanks to Trollware. When Troll is going to be watching the VOD later, he's at work. But when Trollware sees this VOD, Troll, you are my hero. You are the wind beneath beneath my wings. Trollware is awesome, and all of you should praise him with great praise because he's amazing. And he fixed it. So yes, it got solved. My jack got jacked up. Yeah, more or less. Basically, my jack, there's some problem with the hardware. I think the jack is shorting out. So I had to use the jack on the back of the computer. But when I did that, the audio drivers didn't recognize it. So basically, I couldn't hear TariToons. And I do want to hear TariToons because of the stream today. Before I introduce her, a quick reminder to everybody, you know the way to support the stream, and that is !CTT to retweet the stream. Obviously, !ArvTube will let you check out past broadcasts of the stream, and !Steam Group will let you check out the Steam Group and hang out with the Arvanauts over there, and !Discord, which is where I managed to find Troll, who was able to help me, so thank you to Discord as well. And last but certainly not least, !Arvtreon is ARVTREON. That will allow you to support the Patreon, which has gained $5. It is up to $3.95. So we are moving in on that $400 mark. I'd love to reach that $400 mark and go beyond it. So if you've been thinking about it, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, consider doing it because you'll get some serious support for the channel, and you can get some cool things for yourself as well. You should join Discord, Dragon. It's a good place in there. The water's warm. The water's fine. You should come in. So you can do that. And last but certainly not least, of course, subbing to the channel is always helpful. You see that from X5, who was able to get hyped, Arvany hype and so forth as a subscriber to the channel. Thank you so much, X5, for that. And by the way, happy birthday. Can we get some happy birthdays to X5 as well? It is X5's birthday. So he has entered the next year of his life, and we wish him Godspeed and good luck and all that stuff with his life. So happy birthday, X5. Thank you very much for being here and for subbing to the channel. And yeah, if you guys can sub to the channel, that would also be helpful. Always appreciated. Never required, but always appreciated. Now, quick note about schedule. I'm going to be streaming with today until about 3:30. I'm going to try to go a little later. I can't go for longer than that, though, because I have D&D at the top of the hour with the GOG stream team. So at 4 p.m. Eastern, I will be playing D&D with GOG as we continue Storm King's Thunder. So I will be doing that. And then the next time you will see me will be on Friday. And on Friday, the 11th, actually this coming Friday, I will be hopefully coming close to concluding The Last Guardian. And then Saturday, we move into Dungeons & Dragons with the Infinity and Beyond crew. So that's what we've got planned for the rest of the week. I'm very excited about it. It's going to be awesome. And yeah, Cadix was first. I helped for everybody to get hyped. Okay, well that's good. Well, that's cool too. Yeah, should I say X6? Tweets too long? Oh man. Yeah, Chaotix, I just managed to get it. I guess you have to adjust the tweet. I need to be briefer with my tweets. It's hard. I have to fit all this information in, it's hard. Anyway, so that's the deal with that. And with that said, without any further ado, I apologize also at the very beginning. There was a kind of fiddling with the windows and there was some sound stuff going on again because I was still kind of figuring, so I was calming everything down after the tech problems from earlier on. But today we are playing Lone Wolf Flight from the Dark. It is our first Lone Wolf adventure that we've done as part of the Gamebook playthroughs. And our very own gifted and exceptionally talented artist is here with us to help us do that. And so with no further ado, I am proud to introduce the one, the only, TariToons. Hi, Tari. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
I am doing better now, now that we got everything working. I'm doing better now. And you guys can see that drawing was done just while I was in the midst of trying to figure everything out. And I think it's a very good likeness. And so we'll just sort of leave that up there because it seems appropriate, I think. Yes, so raisins did ruin my headphone jack. I do think #blame raisins. I think that's always a good idea. Thank you for the follow, Dagger. Terry is very quiet.
It's my microphone readjusting itself.
Okay.
Test.
You were actually okay for me too anyway, though, so I will try to adjust. Okay, there we go.
Test.
Turn up the volume. We need to hear Terry. Yeah. All right, let's do that like that.
You can be better now.
Is that better, guys? Go ahead and talk a little bit more, Terry.
What should I talk about? I'm not shy. Wait. I'm like the opposite of shy, usually. Depends on the situation.
So we'll see if that works. Does that work, people in chat?
Otherwise, I will just scream everything. How is that?
Let's see. Talk about sandwiches. I'm actually having a sandwich. Yeah, Lone Wolf, Dagger. I'll tell you what, we've done that as well. To be shy. TariToons is definitely not shy. I think anyone who is willing to game with, first of all, put up with doing our live illustrations every month, and also plays a dwarf in Adventures of Middle Earth cannot be shy. She's got to have that. Still very quiet compared to me. Oh, well, maybe the problem is I'm too loud. I mean, maybe that's really...
Maybe you are the problem.
Maybe I'm the problem. I have no doubt that I am the problem. See, because she's pretty loud in my... she's actually fairly... Oh, I see why. Now I see the balance inherent in the system. Okay, go ahead and talk normally again, Terry. You should be fine now.
Test. 1, 2, 3.
There we go. I had OBS too low. You guys should be able to hear her now. Can you hear her okay?
Hello.
That should be better, right?
So you can tell me something about this thing we are gonna play, because I have never heard of it before.
Okay, so yes, so this is Lone Wolf, which I'm very excited about, and so Lone Wolf, as you folks may or may not be familiar with, so you had the Fighting Fantasy game books that came out, and then you had, not too long thereafter, in 1985, I want to say, you had the first book by a guy named... Oh, nice. Awesome, X5. That's cool, man. It was called Flight from the Dark, and it was a little bit different than the standard Fighting Fantasy game books for several reasons. Number one, it follows the life of this young warrior monk, basically, who, well, I won't spoil the story, but you're about to see what happens to him. Two, as opposed to the other game books where you always play somebody different and you always are basically restarting every time with a new book, this series, you literally level up with the books. So over time, you build levels, you increase your character, and you become more powerful as you go through the series of books. And so that was cool. The other thing was that you had an ability, you had a set of skills. I thought I was going to do Liam Neeson from Taken. I have skills, special skills. Make it possible for me to destroy someone like you. No. But special skills, and you were able to choose those skills which are as different as like healing, and then there's animal tracking, and then there's like there's Sixth Sense, there is weapons skills. So you could basically adjust your character the way you wanted to. And then there were some other differences in terms of combat and the like. But the biggest thing was the fact that you could basically carry over your character from book to book, which was always really cool. And Joe Deaver himself, who I met a couple of years ago, actually, at Gen Con, was the one who wrote these books and was responsible for putting them out. And he made them available, basically all of the books available online, as they were getting redone and reprinted in various venues and places as well. Cubicle 7, actually, which does Adventures of Middle Earth, also does the Lone Wolf role-playing game series. So Lone Wolf is one of those ones that was not quite as big as Fighting Fantasy, but has a very strong following, and I think has got kind of a different flavor. Joe Deaver, of course, passed away, I believe it was last year, sadly. But there were a lot of books that are in that series, and I think it's going to be fun to kind of give it a try. We will not, in case anyone is curious, no, we are certainly not abandoning Fighting Fantasy. That would never happen. But I thought, we occasionally do a little detour, like we did the 3 classical Greek adventures. We did that, and we're going to be doing that again with this, but we will return to Fighting Fantasy in the future. But I wanted to give this a try. So, and let me pop up. Now, I think the raisins are in my headphone jack. I think everyone got the idea. So I will pop up the I'll pop up the cover image. There is the cover image. You like the picture, 10? Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's accurate. It's very, very accurate. Okay. So that takes care of that, and good. All right. So here we go. So here is basically, here is where we are. We've got the title page. So we've got the table of contents on the left. We've got the, on the right, we've got the title page, which we don't actually really need that. So let's go to don't need the dedication, don't need the acknowledgements. Let's go to the story so far. Here we go, chat. And we need music for this. So we need chat. I'm going to ask you guys. We need, you're homesick from work. I'm glad you went and voted. See, 10 of clubs. That's what I'm talking about. She's sick, but she still goes and votes. That's what I'm all about. Oh, nice. Average cool. That's cool. You can download these for free, Dragon. You're allowed to download them for free. and use them for free. And I actually do own this book. I own it both in the original copy and I own the redone version that was released by Mongoose, which was substantially rewritten. And I would have used that one, except that one is not available. Only the older version is available, which is shorter. So that's why I didn't do that one, because I just thought it would be easier to sort of make these things work as well. So this is the Lone Wolf setting, and I'm going to give you guys the story so far. But before I do that, guys, we need some music. So give me the power of music. And Terry, in case you're wondering about in case you have a thought about what to do first, I was thinking having our guy, like our dude, be the first drawing might be a good idea. And it doesn't have to look exactly like the guy on the front cover, but you can use that if you wish.
Yeah, it was just about to ask. It is the guy from the cover. Yes,
it is the guy from the cover. But you, I mean, yeah. But it could be adjusted basically. I think to what you would like it to be.
Okay.
So as far as the music, I would say Warrior Monk. Think like, think like, I don't want to say Last Airbender because I don't want to make it's not necessarily Asian in origin, but it's kind of warrior monk status. I don't know what else would sort of represent that.
Church choirs?
Yeah, but yes, closer, but like on the warrior side. But yeah, I mean, sort of. I'm trying to think of what another example would be. I just don't want to get a bunch of anime, things that are not going to work and which will get, the VOD muted to hell. Calm music first. Yeah. So calm music. So calm temple music. Martial church choirs. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what we need. We need like Klingon choirs. Like, that's all we need. So we need calm music. We need calm temple music, preferably game temple music. Gregorian chanting. Ah ha ha ha. That's what I'm talking about, Ten. That's using your noodle. Let's get it going. All right. Gregorian chant.
Did you just say using your noodle?
Yeah, you never heard that term?
That means something very different in German.
Oh, boy. I can guess. Man.
Moving on.
That's using a different noodle in this case. And
how much time are we in? So that for the record, how much time did I need to ruin it?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, exactly. Maybe 10 minutes into the stream before this happened. Right, and we get the kappa. The Jade Empire soundtrack, good one. Temple of Tempest, another good one. Let's start with the Gregorian chant because we have our boy Kevin MacLeod. After we get through the stupid ad.
So what are guys recommending first?
So he recommended first Kevin MacLeod, Gregorian chant, and then or just Gregorian chanting in general.
Okay.
And then the next one is going to be Jade Empire soundtrack.
Okay, well, just put on the Jade Empire soundtrack.
All right, here we go. Let's do it up. Noodles are flotation devices in Europe. Apparently not all of Europe. Okay, here we go. The story so far. In the northern land of Summerland, it has been the custom for many centuries to send the children of the warrior lords to the monastery of Kai. There they are taught the skills and disciplines of their noble fathers. The Kai monks are masters of their art, and the children in their charge love and respect them in spite of the hardship of their training. For one day, when they have finally learnt the secret skills of the Kai, they will return to their homes equipped in mind and body to defend themselves against the constant threat of war from the Dark Lords of the West. In olden times, during the Age of the Black Moon, the Dark Lords waged war on Sommerland. The conflict was a long and bitter trial of strength that ended in victory for the Somlending at the Great Battle of Machengorge. King Ulnar and the allies of Durinor broke the Dark Lord armies at the pass of Moytura and forced them back into the bottomless abyss of Machengorge. Vashna, mightiest of the Dark Lords, was slain upon the sword of King Ulnar, called Sommerswerd, the Sword of the Sun. Since that age, the Dark Lords have vowed vengeance upon Sommerlund and the House of Ulnar. Now it is in the morning of the Feast of Femarn, when all of the Kai Lords are present at the monastery for the celebrations. Suddenly, a great black cloud comes from out of the western skies. So many are the numbers of the black winged beasts that fill the sky that the sun is completely hidden. The Dark Lords, ancient enemy of the Somlending, are attacking. War has begun. On this fateful morning, you, Silent Wolf, the name given to you by the Kai, have been sent to collect firewood in the forest as a punishment for your inattention in class. As you are preparing to return, you see to your horror a vast cloud of black leathery creatures swoop down and engulf the monastery. Dropping the wood, you race to the battle that has already begun. But in the unnatural dark, you stumble and strike your head on a low tree branch. As you lose consciousness, the last thing that you see in the poor light are the walls of the monastery crashing to the ground. Many hours pass before you awake. With tears in your eyes, you now survey the scene of destruction. Raising your face to the clear sky, you swear vengeance on the Dark Lords for the massacre of the Kai warriors, and with a sudden flash of realization, you know what you must do. You must set off on a perilous journey to the capital city to warn the king of the terrible threat that now faces his people. For you are now the last of the Kai. You are now the Lone Wolf. Yeah, that's a badass intro. Alright. So, and that actually worked really well with the Gregorian chant by Kevin MacLeod, who actually follows this channel. So thank you, Kevin MacLeod. Alright, let's get that Jade Empire soundtrack going here. Why do we always start out as klutzes? So that we can grow and learn. We can glow. Clumsy McNo run. Yeah, exactly. Alright, let's pull out the Jade Empire soundtrack. And let's do it. After this stupid ad is finished. And then we are going to talk about the rules. Alright. Now, the good thing is that we won't have to do the dice rolling this time from chat. You guys will be responsible for making decisions about the skills, about the different abilities, and so forth, as always. But otherwise... Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Thank you for the Jade Empire call. Temple of Tempest is a good one, too, by the way, but... Okay, sounds good, X5. That sounds good, man. Thank you. And happy birthday, man. Alright, here we go, people. You keep a record of your adventure on the action chart, and the action chart is right there. Let's see how that looks. There it is. You guys can see it. Okay, that's cool. That's cool, X5. So, during your training as a Kai Lord, you have developed fighting prowess, combat skill, and physical stamina, which is endurance. Before you set off your adventure, you need to measure how effective your training has been. To do this, take a pencil, or in our case, do automatically, and with your eyes closed, point with the blunt end of it onto the random number table. If you pick 0, it counts as 0. The first number that you pick from the random number table in this way represents your combat skill. So... just want to drop that a little bit. Okay, so here we go. Here's the skill, people. And let me make sure this looks good. And here we go. You guys can see the random number table. We have chosen a 2. And so our combat skill is 12, which is not great, but that's okay. Alright. The second number that you pick from the random number table represents your powers of endurance. That's basically hit points. So we'll add 20 to this number and write the total. High number, high number, high number, high number. We're going to need it. 3? Oh man, our boy's going to need some work. Alright. If you are wounded in combat, you will lose endurance points. If at any time your endurance points fall to 0 or below, you are dead and the adventure is over. Lost endurance points can be regained during the course of the adventure, but your number of endurance points can never go above the number with which you start your adventure. Same as Fighting Fantasy. Now, get ready, chat. This is the first time you're going to need to make a decision. Kai disciplines. Over the centuries, the Kai monks have mastered the skills of the warrior. These skills are known as the Kai disciplines, and they are taught to all Kai lords. You have learned only 5 of the skills listed below. The choice of which 5 skills these are is for you to make. As all of the disciplines will be of use to you at some point on your perilous quest, pick your 5 with care. The correct use of a discipline at the right time can save your life. When you have chosen your 5 disciplines, enter them in the Kai disciplines section of your action chart. So here are the skills, guys, and then you'll get a chance to vote on them. First of all, camouflage. This discipline enables a Kai Lord to blend in with his surroundings. In the countryside, he can hide undetected among trees and rocks and pass close to an enemy without being seen. In a town or city, it enables him to look and sound like a native of that area and can help him to find shelter or a safe hiding place. So, first possible skill is camouflage. And I'm going to put these in the little poll that we'll be able to choose from. So, So camouflage. Hunting. This skill ensures that a Kai Lord will never starve in the wild. He will always be able to hunt for food for himself except in areas of wasteland and desert. The skill also enables a Kai Lord to be able to move stealthily when stalking his prey. So we could choose hunting, basically meaning no need for a meal when instructed to eat. So hunting. Sixth Sense. This skill may warn a Kai Lord of imminent danger. It may also reveal the true purpose of a stranger or strange object encountered in your adventure. That seems pretty awesome. Sixth Sense is another option. Tracking. This skill enables a Kai Lord to make the correct choice of a path in the wild, to discover the location of a person or object in a town or city, and to read the sequence of footprints or tracks. So tracking is another ability. Then we've got healing. This discipline can be used to restore endurance points lost in combat. If you possess this skill, you may restore 1 endurance point to your total for every numbered section of the book you pass through in which you were not involved in combat. So basically we gain healing every time we're out of combat. So healing. Then we've got weapon skill. Upon entering the Kai Monastery, each initiate is taught to master one type of weapon. If weapon skill is to be one of your Kai disciplines, pick a number in the usual way from the random number table, and then find blah, 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 blah. So basically, we pick a number and it will tell us what weapon we have skill in. If we acquire the axe, for example, so as we get, we'll definitely get items over time. You can see we'll get like dagger, spear, mace, short sword, warhammer, sword, blah, 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 blah. Weapon skill basically adds to our combat skill points. So that's the idea. So weapon skill is useful. And then we've got 4 more choices. The 4 last choices are, and actually what I should say is, I'm going to put weapon skill. Okay. Mind Shield. The Dark Lords and many of the evil creatures in their command have the ability to attack you using their mind force. The Kai discipline of Mind Shield prevents you from losing any endurance points when subjected to this form of attack. So Mind Shield basically protects us. Mind Blast. This enables a Kai Lord to attack an enemy using the force of his mind. It can be used at the same time as normal combat weapons and adds 2 extra points to your combat skill. But not all the creatures encountered on this adventure will be harmed by Mind Blast. You will be told if a creature is immune. So Mind Blast. And the last 2 are Animal Kinship. This skill enables a Kai Lord to communicate with some animals and to be able to guess the intentions of others.
Please pick that one. That's always the best.
Always is the best. Yes, I wonder why you want that.
No matter where, that's always the best thing to have.
And the last one is Mind Over Matter. Enables a Kai Lord to move small objects with his powers of concentration. Now, the cool thing about this book series is that if we complete book 1, we can add another discipline to our chart in book 2. So basically, we'll be able to add a skill if we get through book 1. But we start out with 5. So what I'm going to do, guys, because I only have room for 6 choices on the poll list, what I'm going to do is when I open up this poll, I'm basically going to give you guys a choice. Animal Kinship and Mind Over Matter. Of camouflage, hunting, sixth sense, tracking, healing, and then other. And under other, you have weapon skill, mind shield, mind blast, animal kinship, mind over matter. And so if we get votes for other, then we will basically, enough votes for other, then we will have a second vote with those, the ones that are listed in the other category as the main choices that you have. Okay? So when I open this poll, you're going to vote for the skill that you think is most important. We're going to take the top 5 skills, remember. So we're going to take the skills that you think are most important, and we're going to take the top 5 of these. So camouflage, hunting, sixth sense, tracking, healing, or other. And in other, you have weapon skill, mind shield, mind blast, animal kinship, and mind over matter. And with that said, the poll is open. So you guys can now vote. Do $vote, space, and then the number that you want. Camouflage, hunting, sixth sense, tracking, healing, other. Feel free to talk in chat about which one you think would be the best. Feel free to do that. That would be fine. And I will pop up the poll.
Can I just say that the guy on the cover, he's unusually jacked for a teenager.
But he's a Kai warrior. He's not just any teenager. He's like Spider-Man teenager, you know?
Ah, I see.
Yeah. That's what we've got. Speaking of that. Yeah. Oh my god, look at that. That is the best. Lone wolf. He's got a wolf pup. That's the best. For those of you, by the way, who are new to the stream, in case you're wondering what's going on, so TariToons is a professional cartoonist and very talented, and she is working, we've been doing this for a few months now, where she live illustrates the books that we're doing. So she is live illustrating right now our main character. Trouden says, vote animal kinship because of the image. All right, so we've got 2 votes for Sixth Sense, 2 votes for healing, 1 vote for camouflage, 1 vote for other. Keep those votes coming, folks. We got to vote for hunting as well. Ah, I see a lot of people are like, have a lot of different votes that they want. Again, the other category is weapon skill, which would give you +2 combat skill if you're carrying that particular kind of weapon. Mind Shield, which protects you from mental attack. Mind Blast, which allows you to attack people with the power of your mind. Animal Kinship, which allows you to understand and talk with animals. And Mind Over Matter, which is basically telekinesis, allows you to move objects with your mind. Yeah, I mean, like, the only one, and I'm going to, as always, I try to stay out of this and let chat decide. I will say that I do think Sixth Sense is a good idea. Like, just like Terry said, animal kinship's always a good idea. If I ever see, like, Sixth Sense or Gifted Insight or something, I'm always like that. Hell yeah. Makes it harder for people to lie to me. Makes it easier for me to figure out what's going on. It gives me more info. Now, remember, we're choosing 5 of these, so we'll take the top 5. So right now... Go ahead. No, it's okay. That's fine. I was done.
Also makes you see dead people, so be aware.
I see dead people. All right, right now, we've actually got votes for everything but tracking. People are like, tracking. I'll just wing it. I think he went this way. Dead people. What's up, Tobik? I'm actually really pumped to start playing this. I forgot how much I like the fact that you actually hold on to your... and these books are tough, by the way. But I like the fact that you were able to hold on to your skills. Yeah, sorry, Chaotix. I was at a parent-teacher conference for my daughter this morning, and I literally got home and fired up the computer. You know, the computer was already on, because I had tried to set up as much as I could before I left. And then Terry came on, and I'm like, why can't I hear Terry? And it's because my freaking audio problem, so... Anyway, so I haven't had a chance to eat. Right, exactly. Tracking is asking for trouble. You don't want to find those beasts. You don't want to know where they went. You want to go the opposite way.
So basically, at this point, I turned our hero into a Disney movie protagonist, I think.
Be careful you don't make him into Gaston, though.
Oh no, he does need to eat more eggs every day to get to that point, I think. A mini Gaston at this point.
My daughter definitely went through a big Beauty and the Beast phase a couple of months ago.
Gaston, the early years. That's what this.
The early years, yeah, exactly. It's preferable to find the beast than having the beast find you. Well, that's probably true. All right, I'm going to last call this. So far, I'm liking what I'm picking up what chat is putting down. I like these votes so far. I'm going to need to figure out what I want to do with those bottom windows. I probably will need to adjust this overlay for lone wolf use It works pretty well, but those two bottom windows are currently unused, and I want to use them for something. By the way, the program, in case anyone's curious, the program that I'm using to play these, as I said, these were made publicly available by Joe Deaver, but the program I'm using is called Seventh Sense, and it's an awesome program. And there's a bunch of them, actually, that automate Lone Wolf. There's an Android version, too, which I don't like as much. But this one, I think, is pretty neat. And you can adjust the font, and you can adjust a lot of stuff, and it automates a bunch of it, so it's pretty cool. You find the bear you were looking for. The bear is thankful for the lunch delivery. Oh, man. When we played Baldur's Gate 1, I don't know if anyone remembers, there's a highlight, actually, of us dealing with this bear. That bear was the OG, okay? That bear, you did not want to mess with that bear. That bear killed us so many times.
The one in the second area?
Yeah, like right after you get outside Candlekeep.
I know exactly which bear you mean.
That bear is like such a badass at first level, you know? So, I mean bears are
like
actually
the
badass.
ultimate, like, for farming and stuff, like, because they give so much experience points.
Yeah.
But, like, they are tough. Like, the best thing is to have one of your guys kite a bear and then shoot it with the other guys. That's, like, the one way. This way you can farm experience points really early on.
They're like a literal
I've heard
tank.
I don't really do experience point farming.
Yeah.
Play for the story, but yes.
When we beat that, we were like, the bear is the true boss. Like, you know, screw Saravok. Like, it's got nothing to do with him. It's all about the bear. Okay, here we go. Close poll. All right, so we have definitely chosen Sixth Sense. So I'm going to click on that. And see, the nice thing is if you click on this in here, it just pops up, boop, in your chart. Okay. Now, the other choices, because we had these here, I'm going to pick them as we have them here. So we've got camouflage, boop. We've got hunting, boop. We've got healing, boop. All right, and now we've got other. So now we have to do the second vote. So for the second vote, so we've got right now 4, and we need to choose one of these skills. So I'm going to put up a new poll here for these skills. And the skills are Weapon Skill, Mind Shield, Mind Blast, Animal Kinship, and Mind Over Matter. So I'm going to clear those votes. That's the other thing I liked about this. So many different skill options. All right, what skill should we choose? So we've got... And as a reminder, Weapon Skill gives you +2 to your combat skill if you're using the weapon for which you are gifted. Which you're sort of proficient in, so that's Weapon Skill. The second one is Mind Shield, which protects your mind from psychic attack. And then psionic attack, I should say. And then Mind Blast, which sort of allows you to do a psionic attack. Animal Kinship, which allows you to understand and talk to the animals. Basically makes you into Dr. Dolittle. And Mind Over Matter, which is like telekinesis. Alright guys, we're going to get one of these skills. So you're voting for one and only one of these skills, please. You're voting for one and only one of these skills. We've got Sixth Sense, Camouflage, Hunting, and Healing. Now it's got to be joined by Weapon Skill, Mind Shield, Mind Blast, Animal Kinship, or Mind Over Matter. We got 3 votes for Animal Kinship. Someone really wants to blast people with their mind. Which I can't really blame them. You know, you see Donald Trump, be tempted. Wouldn't do any good, though. His mind is not there already. Hey-oh!
I was just about to say not much damage to do there.
No.
I couldn't unmute my microphone in time. I mean, though, that is like a really old joke. Like,
I know.
Oh, how does this go again? I would like to have a mental duel with you, or an intellectual duel or something.
Yeah, never
But
get
I
into.
see you came unarmed.
That's exactly, yeah. Never get into a mental battle with someone who comes to the contest unarmed. Yep. Yep. Adorable dog. I figured you'd be all over this, Trendane. Tren,
I totally did not do this for him, no.
But I totally expect, though, Tren, I expect you to be front and center for these, sir. I figure any series called Lone Wolf has got to have Tren somehow involved. bum ba bum bum. Chrono puppy. It's true, it's true. Alright, so we got 3 votes for animal kinship, 1 vote for mind blast, and 1 vote for mind over matter. I'm going to last call this. So this is the last skill, remember, that we're getting. I like these. 6th sense, camouflage, hunting, healing. Yep, that's another way to do it. DoesTheDogDie.com for this book. I don't know. Okay, that sounds good, man.
Only if we roll badly.
Exactly. If we make bad if you make bad choices, the dog dies. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that at all. Okay. Last chance to get in your votes. Last chance. Last chance. Gonna die at the first choice 3 times in a row, just like always. So cynical, so jaded, Average Cool. You have no way of knowing. This is the time when you break out. Okay, animal kinship. Terry will be happy to know is the last skill. So.
Very good. I'm proud of you.
All right.
Players.
Good job, guys. Here we go.
You're allowed to keep watching.
Yeah, you're allowed to keep watching. You are dressed in the green tunic and cloak of a Kai initiate. You have little with you to arm yourself for survival. All you possess is an axe, and a backpack containing 1 meal. Not that we need meals because we can hunt. Hanging from your waist is a leather pouch containing gold crowns. Let's find out how many gold crowns that we have. The random number table says 2! Wow, I'm glad we're getting these crappy numbers out of the way now. We have 2 gold crowns. You discover amongst the smoking ruins of the monastery a map of Summerland, showing the capital city of Holmgard and the land of Durnor far to the east. And there is the map, by the way, guys. I'm trying to think if there's a way that I can show you guys this as a whole. Yeah, give me a second. Let me show you the full map for just a second here. Give me 1 second. Lone Wolf, 7th sense. Okay, there is the combined window. And I'm going to reduce that. And then expand it. Like that. Lovely. And go that way. Absolutely beautiful. All right, here we are, guys. So now you can see it yourself. That is the map. So here's our map. You can actually see now what it looks like. It is the map of the Last Lands, being the free kingdoms of Northern Magnamund. And Sommerland is right... I don't know if you're able to see it. Probably can't. But Sommerland is up to the top left, you guys might be able to see. So the top left is where Sommerland is, by the lighthouse over there. It looks like a lighthouse. And then, so that's the idea. And we have to get to the city of, let's see, the city, I think it's in Duranor, of Hammerall, which is all the way over to the right side, I believe. Actually, wait, did I say Holmgard? We need to get to Holmgard, or... Wait a minute. Let me back up.
How do you spell
Holmgard.
Sommerland?
Summerland is Sommerlund.
Looks Swedish.
Yeah, well, Sommerswerd, I think, is the same thing. SWE. I was thinking maybe Swedish.
No, summer is also like summer in German, but like Lund is a very like Swedish thing, like for like places.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I wonder if
like
it's a combination
in
then.
English, I think. Like don't let me lie. I just know this from reading a lot of Astrid Lindgren books as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. Okay. So, you place the map inside your tunic for safety. You also find one of the following. A sword, which is a weapon, of course. A helmet, which adds 2 endurance points to our total. 2 meals. a chainmail waistcoat, which adds 4 endurance points to our total, a mace, healing potion, which restores 4 endurance points to our total, quarterstaff, a spear, or 12 gold crowns, or a broadsword. And we have to pick a number from the random number table. So basically, guys, I think that we would want to have, because we don't have weapon skill, so I would say that we want to have either the helmet. We don't need the meal because we have hunting. So I would say helmet, chainmail waistcoat, maybe the healing potion, or the money. Frankly, what we really need is 12 gold crowns. So root for a 9, guys. Let's root for a 9 here. Actually, I'll pop this up so we can see it. Let's root for a 9. Come on, 9. 2. Why the flip do we keep getting 2? So we got a helmet. That's not bad. That's not bad. I'll take that. That's 2 more endurance points. So we have a helmet. We have a spear and magic helmet, people. You got to meet Mitch last night, a fan meet and greet. Big interview with IGN about Battletech. Nice, Tren. That's awesome, dude. Super, super cool. That's super awesome. Super cool. Wait, change screens again, Chaotix, or change it, or leave it as it is? Okay, now that we have our equipment, the following list shows you how it's carried. Sword carried in the hand, helmet worn on the head, food placed in the backpack, chainmail waistcoat worn on the body, mace carried in the hand, healing potion carried in the backpack, quarterstaff in the hand, spear in the hand, crowns in the belt pouch, broadsword carried in the hand. Okay, how much can you carry? Maximum number of weapons you can carry is 2. Backpack items must be stored in your backpack. You can only keep a maximum of 8 articles, including meals, in your backpack at any one time. Special items... There we go. There's the backpack. Special items are not carried in the backpack. When you discover a special item, you'll be told how to carry it. What's up, big boss? How you doing, man? Gold crowns, which can carry a maximum of 50 crowns, and food. Each meal counts as 1 item. Any item that may be of use and can be picked up on your adventure is given capital letters in the text. Okay. Weapons aid you in combat. We already know about that. Backpack items. We know about that. We know about special items. We know about gold crowns. Let's see. Whenever you kill a creature, you may take any gold crowns that it has and put them in your belt pouch. If you do not have any food when you're instructed to eat a meal, you will lose 3 endurance points. But we will not, because we have hunting. No need for a meal when instructed. So I laugh at this instruction. And then healing potion restores 4 endurance totals to our total when swallowed after combat. But we also have healing, so we also laugh at that. Okay, and actually, let me get rid of the polls section here now. Here we go. And then rules for combat. Basically, there's occasions when we have to fight an enemy, and we add our combat skill. We compare it to their combat skill. Pick a random number. We both do that together. The one who has the higher number wins and ends up doing damage to the other person. The thing is, though, the chart is complicated enough that sometimes you can do a lot of damage. Like, you can hit, like, 8 or 9 points of damage off a guy at a time sometimes. So you can do a lot of damage to them. Okay, so I'm not going to go through all this combat as well. We may be given the choice to evade combat. All points lost by the enemy are ignored and you make your escape. Only Lone Wolf may lose endurance points during that round, but that is the risk of running away. Okay, sounds good. See you, X5. Hey, what's up, Epidemic? How you doing, man? All right. And levels of Kai training. The following table is a guide to the rank and titles that are bestowed upon Kai Lords at each stage of their training. As you successfully complete each adventure in the Lone Wolf series, you will gain an additional Kai discipline and gradually progress towards mastery of the 10 basic Kai disciplines. We are Initiates. We begin the Lone Wolf adventures at level 5, Initiate. Beyond the 10 basic skills of the Kai Master await the secrets of the higher Kai disciplines, or Magna Kai. By acquiring the wisdom of the Magna Kai, a Kai Lord can possess towards the ultimate achievement and become a Kai Grand Master, because hell yeah. Kai Wisdom. Your mission will be one of great danger, for the Dark Lords and their servants are a cruel and fierce enemy who give and expect no mercy. Use the map to help you steer a correct course for the capital. Make notes as you progress through the story, for they will be of great help in future adventures. Many things that you find will aid you during the adventure. Some special items will be of use in future Lone Wolf adventures, and others may be red herrings of no real use at all, so be selective in what you decide to keep. There are many routes to the king, but only one involves a minimum of danger. With a wise choice of Kai disciplines and a great deal of courage, any player should be able to complete the mission, no matter how weak their initial combat skill or endurance points score. That's what they always say, and they always lie. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure that's true this time. The honor and memory of the Kai Lords will go with you on your perilous journey. Good luck. All right, people. Chat, I have one question for you. Chat. Are you hyped? Chat, are you hyped? Is the hype real? Terry's hyped. Takame is hyped. Chloe Rose is hyped. All right, we got some people up. Chaotix is hyped. Big Boss is hyped. 10 of Clubs is hyped. Yeah, you can get that Big Boss with the, that comes with the sub, basically. All right. I am so hyped there are no words sufficient to describe it. Good, Trent. I believe you, too. All right, here we go. You must make... You must make haste, for you sense it is not safe to linger by the smoking remains of the ruined monastery. The black-winged beast could return at any moment. You must set out for the Somlending capital of Homeguard, and you must do that not by somehow accidentally minimizing all your windows so that you can't see what you're doing, and making it therefore very difficult for you to do anything that you'd actually like to do. You must continue to stretch out and continue to pretend that everything's fine. And, yes, where was I? You must make haste for you, blah, 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 blah. Yes, you must set out for the Somlending capital of Homeguard and tell the king the terrible news of the massacre, that the whole elite of Kai warriors, save yourself, have been slaughtered. Without the Kai lords to lead her armies, Sommerlund will be at the mercy of their ancient enemy, the Dark Lords. Fighting back tears, you bid farewell to your dead kinsmen. Silently, you promise that their deaths will be avenged. You turn away from the ruins and carefully descend the steep track. At the foot of the hill, the path splits into two directions, both leading into a large wood. Do you wish to use your Kai discipline of Sixth Sense, take the right path into the woods, or the left path into the woods? So let's see. Alright, here we go. Generally not. No, there is no... using a skill does not cost anything. Generally not. This music is perfect for this. There you go. A lot of people are looking forward to Sixth Sense. Oh, and I should have pulled up the polls. There we go. We go left because we have no right, so I guess Sixth Sense seems reasonable. Seems legit. All right, let's last call this up. All right, and there we go. So Sixth Sense it is. Your Sixth Sense has warned you that some of the creatures that attacked the monastery are searching the two paths for any survivors of their raid, but you can avoid... Oh my god, I did it again. Sorry. But you can avoid... Why do I keep doing that? Where was I? But you can avoid both tracks by making your way through the undergrowth of the woods. So let me say that again. Your sixth senses warned you that some of the creatures that attacked the monastery are searching the two paths for any survivors of their raid, but you can avoid their tracks by making your way through the undergrowth of the woods. That's what it actually says. Let me make one more quick adjustment to this window. There we go. Lovely. Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure we had fixed. Okay, so we can either head south or we can cut through the heavier foliage towards the northeast. South or... Very nice, Big Boss. Very nice. There we go. What's it going to be, guys? Head south or cut through the heavier foliage towards the northeast? What's up, J-Rab? Alright, we have 6 votes for the heavier foliage towards the northeast. Right, I'm going to pull up a last call on this because it seems pretty clear what chat wants to do. Yeah, cool, man. Cool, cool. .333 faith and stuff, yep. Yep. Alright, let us close this poll. Clearly we wish to cut through the heavier foliage. You have cut your way through the thick undergrowth for nearly an hour, half an hour, when you hear the beat of wings high above the trees. Looking up, you can just make out the shape of a Kron approaching from the north. Kron! It is one of the monsters that attacked the monastery, and on its back are 2 gray-skinned creatures armed with long spears. These are mountain Gyaks, evil servants of the Dark Lords, full of hatred and malice. Many centuries ago, their ancestors were used by the Dark Lords to build the infernal city of Helgadad, which lies in the volcanic wastelands beyond the Derncrag range of mountains. The construction of the city was long and torturous, and only the strongest of the Gyaks survived the heat and poisonous atmosphere of Helgadad. Hidden by the trees, you freeze, keeping absolutely still as the Kron passes overhead and disappears towards the south. When you are sure that it is gone, you move off once again into the forest. You have covered about a quarter of a mile when you hear shouting. Hold on one second here. Okay, that's actually good. I want to check something here, actually. We should save our progress. Okay, we need to make sure we did that, just in case. You have covered about a quarter of a mile when you hear shouting and a noise like thunderclaps ahead. Edging nearer, you soon make out a clearing that you recognize to be the site of the ruins of Ramas, an ancient forest temple. A war party of Gyaks, some 25 to 30 strong, are attacking the ruins from all sides. Many more of the Gyaks are dead or dying among the broken pillars of marble, but still they assault whatever is hidden inside. Suddenly, a bolt of blue lightning rips through the front rank of Gyaks, sending the armor-clad creatures tumbling in all directions. A Gyak, taller than the others and dressed from head to foot in black chainmail, curses at his troops as he whips them forward with a barbed flail. With weapon ready, you move to the edge of the clearing under cover of the thick foliage and try to catch a glimpse of the defenders. To your amazement, the ruins are being defended by a young man no older than yourself. You recognize his sky-blue robes embroidered with stars. He is a young theurgist of the Magician's Guide of Torin, an apprentice in magic. And you can see him there on the left. There's the guy. 5 Gaiacs charge forward. There we go. 5 Gaiacs charge forward, their spears raised to stab the apprentice as he hurriedly retreats deeper into the ruins. Yeah, his endurance skill probably is higher than ours. That's true. You see him turn and raise his left hand just before a bolt of blue flame shoots from his fingertips into the snarling Gaiac soldiers. Close to where you were hidden, you see a Gaiac scuttle past and climb one of the pillars of the temple. He has a long, curved dagger in his mouth, and he is about to jump on the young wizard standing below. Now, the question is, what are we going to do about this? We could shout a warning to the wizard. We could run forward and attack the Gaiac when he jumps. We could pick up a chunk of temple marble and throw it at the Gaiac's head. Or we could turn and leave the battle area and run back into the woods like little cowards. I mean, like, you know, as a legitimate option. So... Alright, throw a chunk of marble. To the woods. Alright. So there are your choices, folks. Shout a warning to the wizard. Run forward and attack the Gaiac when he jumps. Pick up a chunk of temple marble and throw it at the Gaiac's head. Or turn and leave the battle area and run back into the woods. What's it going to be? We have a couple people voting for chunk of temple marble. We've got one vote for running forward and attacking the Gaiac when he jumps. All right, what else we got? We got more votes this. Draw the attention of 20 to 25 warriors by attacking one. Well, I don't know. Maybe if you just give the mage some help, you know. I mean, you tell me. Would you, if you saw Gandalf in trouble, would you help him, you know? All right, we have 3 votes for running forward and attacking the Gaiac, 3 votes for throwing a chunk of temple marble, and 1 vote for getting the hell out. So we will need someone to break this tie. We need somebody to break this tie, people. We will need someone to break this tie. I'm going to last call it. We need someone to break the tie. You can, by the way, change votes, in case you're curious. You can do $ change vote. Change vote is CHANGEVOTE, all one word, space, and then the vote that you'd like to change to. So the choice that you'd like to change to. So you can do that if you wish. Gandalf would call me a fool and tell me to feel, though. Conceivable, Dagger. Gandalf would be like, fool of a took. Chaotix is suggesting you need to break the tie, Terry.
Do I? Okay, let's see. Oh, it doesn't actually say on the screen what where the votes are, right?
Oh, wait. Sorry about that. There we go. Now J-Rive's like, vote with me, attack the thing. And Deck is like, flee. I'll tell you to flee. Yeah, fly, you fools. Yes, yes. Fly, you fools.
Yeah, no. I should just vote for the first one, or spite.
Yeah, great. Shout a warning. That would really help.
Wouldn't it? There we go.
All right.
I will inspire you all by charging blindly on!
Ah, go for the eyes, boo. All right.
Exactly.
Also, Rincewind. That's true, Slav. All right. Run forward and attack the Gaiac it is. Let's see what happens. Just as the Gaiac makes his leap, you race forward and strike out with your weapon, knocking the creature away from the young wizard's back. You jump onto the struggling Gaiac and strike again. Due to the surprise of your attack, you may add 4 points to your combat skill for the duration of this fight, but remember to deduct it again as soon as the fight is over. Hell yeah. Alright, people, it's fighting time. Let's pull out that whole window and fight! Surprise attack. 16 combat skill. 9 combat skill. We have a 7 bonus. Random number. First choice. 9. Oh my god, that's the best thing we could have gotten. We got all those low numbers out of the way early on. 9 means that we do 18 points of damage to the enemy and take no damage ourselves. We just one-shot killed him, chat. We just leaped out and we're like, hurrah!
See? See?
That's what it was, yeah. One-shot kill. We just, yeah, it was the surprise attack. Wow.
Pure skill.
That was impressive. Very, very impressive, chat. Good call, Terry. Yep. Good call. Upon seeing you emerge from the woods, the Gaiac officer shouts, Ogat! Ogat! To his cowering troops, who flee the ruins and run to the safety of the forest. Shaking his mailed fist at you, the black-clad Gaiac screams, Ranag rogag okay! Ogadaka okak rogakaj! Before leaving, which roughly translated means, I want a hamburger, and I'm going to get one now! That's what he said. Surveying the scene of battle, you count over 15 Gaiac dead lying among the broken pillars of Ramus. The young wizard wipes his brow and walks toward you, his hand extended in friendship. He is a young blonde-haired youth. This is the celebration music, chat. He is a young blonde-haired youth with deep, brooding eyes. His face is lined with exhaustion and the grime of battle, and his long sky-blue robes bear evidence of living rough in the wilds. He shakes your hand and bows. My eternal thanks, Kai Lord. My powers are nearly drained. Had you not come to my aid, I fear I would have ended my days atop a Gaiac lance. He is weak and unsteady on his feet. You take his arm and sit him down upon a fallen pillar where you listen intently to what he has to say. My name is Baindon. I am journeyman to the Brotherhood of the Crystal Star, which is the Magician's Guild of Torin. My guildmaster has sent me to your monastery with this urgent message. He removes a vellum envelope from inside his robes and hands it to you. As you see, I have opened the letter and read its contents. When the war started, I was on the highway with 2 traveling companions. The Kran attacked us, and we lost each other in the forest during our escape. The letter is a warning to the Kai Lords that the Dark Lords have mustered a vast army beyond the Derncrag range. It is dated 15 years ago. No, just kidding. That's what it feels like, because it's a little late now. Anyway, the Guildmaster urges the Kai to cancel the celebrations of Femarn and prepare for war. Little late, Guildmaster, little late. I fear we were betrayed, says Baindon, his head bowed in sorrow. One of my order, a brother called Vonatar, had explored the forbidden mysteries of the black art. 10 days ago, he denounced the Brotherhood and killed one of our elders. He has since disappeared. It is rumored that he now aids the Dark Lords. You tell Baindon what has happened at the monastery and of your mission to warn the king. Silently, he removes a gold chain from around his neck and hands it to you. On the chain is a small crystal star pendant. It is the symbol of my brotherhood, and we are both truly brothers in this hour of darkness. It is a talisman of good fortune. May it protect you on your road ahead. You thank him, place the chain around your neck, and slip the crystal star inside your shirt. Crystal star pendant. Baindon bids you farewell. We must, later books assume that you keep the crystal star pendant and ask you if you possess it to see if you've ever met Baindon. It also may or may not be useful in other situations. You may decide whether or not to keep the pendant. I'm going to assume that we're keeping it for now because we can definitely hold on to it. We can drop it later. It doesn't count in our backpack items, so it really costs us nothing to have it. What's up, Classicor? Baindon bids you farewell. We must leave this place, lest the Gyaks return with more of their loathsome kind to put an end to us. I must return to my guild. I bid you farewell, my brother. May the luck of the gods go with you. With a wave of his hand, Baindon leaves the ruins, and you continue your mission, pushing on through the thick woods ahead. You have not gone far when you realize several pairs of yellow eyes are watching you from the undergrowth to your left. Suddenly, a black arrow skims the top of your head. It is a Gaiac ambush, and you must run as fast as you can to escape it. But not before saving. Okay. As you race through the trees, you can hear the horrible cackle of the Gaiacs close behind you. Soon the trees start to thin out, and directly ahead you can see a rocky hillside. Will you break cover and climb up the hill, or change direction and continue your run through the forest? So... yeah, she is. I mean, you shouldn't be surprised at this point, boss. All right. There we go, folks. Are we going to break cover and climb up the hill, or are we going to change direction and continue our run through the forest under cover? So basically stay in cover. Ooh, look at that. That is so like... that, Terry, that is so like a GQ cover for like fantasy warriors, like, you know... It totally is just like a, look, strong man, but a really soft, cuddly wolf.
Okay, GQ cover wasn't exactly my first thought, my inspiration, but
I think it's the wolf cub that really sells it.
Yes, good.
Okay, wow, chat is
and
like...
I think I'm basically done with that one.
Awesome, super cool. All right, so we might... I mean, you could do Baindon, who we just met, but we just left him behind, so but you could do that if you want.
But he's a wizard. You can't not have a wizard. You can't have a wizard appear and let me not draw.
True that. That is true.
Can you give me the picture of him again?
I can try to do that, although I'm trying to think of how to do that. Let me give it to you as a reference. Can you screenshot it or something?
Yes, that's
okay.
what I have been doing.
All right, let me
all the time.
See if I can do that. I don't know if it's gonna let me do that. Shoot, I don't think I can go back. I think I can find the picture though. Give me a second. Yeah, I got it. And I'm going to give it to you in, I think, Zoom chat. Yeah, here we go. I'll put it in Zoom chat. Okay, I just linked it.
Mm-hmm. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you.
All right. All right, back we go. Okay, so it looks pretty clear that people want to change direction. So we're going to do that. Strong vote for that. Go to the forest and talk to a wolf for help. Hey, listen. Wolves can be helpful. All right, we're going to continue our run. The mountain Gyaks are unaccustomed to pursuing their prey through forests, and you soon outdistance them, until finally the sound of their grunts and curses disappears completely. When you are satisfied that they have given up the chase, you stop for a few minutes to catch your breath and check your equipment. With the memory of your ruined monastery still blazing in your mind, you gather up your meager belongings and push on. Just ahead through the tall trees, you can see clumps of dark red gallowbrush, a thorny briar with sharp crimson barbs. The common name for this forest weed is sleep-tooth, for the thorns are very sharp and can make you feel weak and sleepy if they scratch your skin. If you have the Kai discipline of tracking, which you do not, then you have the following choices. Avoid the sleep-tooth by returning to the track, or push on through the briars deeper into the forest. So... push on through briars. Deeper into the forest. Woof, 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 woof. We can be very helpful, yes. There we go. So avoid the sleep tooth by returning to the track or push on through briars. Yeah, this is a tough one. I don't know what to say about this either. I think, yeah, I would assume you wouldn't want to fall asleep, but I don't know. Maybe there's secret treasure behind Sleep Tooth. I don't know. Because I feel like, yeah, it feels like the kind of thing that there may be a treasure behind. I don't know. Yeah, that's true, Black Belt. I don't know which way to go. Sleep sounds lovely. This would be great. He's tired. He's been running from monsters. What better than to sleep in the middle of a forest, which is being currently, searched from, tree trunk to tree trunk by evil creatures that want to kill you. What's the deal with these Dark Lords anyway? What the hell we ever do to them? I mean, other than fight them in a conflict that has been going on for centuries. But other than that, what have we done to them?
Is that a reverse Life of Brian situation here?
I would think so. I would think probably that's the case. It would be cool if the Dark Lords were actually the good guys.
No, I was just saying, what did they ever do for us? Like,
yeah, right. What did the Romans ever do for us? I mean, besides the sewers and the road systems and the... Right, but besides all that...
Yes, exactly.
I still think the best part of that movie is the, the People's Front, the Judean People's Front. Huh! The splitters.
Yes. We actually watched that movie in religion class back in the day.
Really?
Yes, that is very, very common in Germany.
Wow. Germany with a much more enlightened vision, I think, of religion approach.
No, I think, just everybody loves Monty Python here.
Oh, okay. So it's just a chance to watch Monty Python? Got it.
Yeah.
That's funny. Thank you for the follow, instructor. Welcome to the Arbonauts. All right. It looks like we're talking about pushing through the briars. It looks like chat has spoken. And they're like, sleep time. Here we go. The gallow brush tears your cloak and scratches deep into your arms and legs as you slowly force your way through. 15 minutes later, you emerge from the briars and stagger onwards between the trees. Deduct 2 endurance points from your current score for the wounds you have sustained. You feel a little dizzy as you push on and your eyelids seem very heavy. You suddenly find yourself at the edge of a steep wooded slope. Do you wish to slide down the slope as carefully as you can, or... do you not feel that you're up to the risk of this tricky descent in your present sleepy state, and so walk around the edge of the ridge? So basically, slide down the slope or walk around the edge of the ridge. Roman, oh god, what, I forget that scene. The scene where he's like, okay, now conjugate the verb, conjugate. I forget what Latin he's doing though.
Romanus oint domus, I think.
Is that what it is? My
yeah.
knowledge of Latin is practically nil, so I don't remember exactly what he's doing, but he's like, now write, was it write it 15 times on the wall before morning or I'll cut your balls off. What's up, Maze? You wrote a quiz at work that references the upper class twits sketch. Oh man, the upper class twits. Quick save, then slide down. Trendane is voted for 1. Slide down the slope. Kilobyte's like, hell no, don't do that. Walk around the edge of the ridge. Oh yeah, Romanes Ustomas.
No, it doesn't. What's Latin for Roman? Come on.
Romanus?
Goes like.
Anus?
Vocative plural of anus is.
Annie?
Romani. Eunt. What is eunt?
Go.
Conjugate the verb to go.
Here, eo is it. It is eunt.
So eunt
My
is...
shoulder starts really to hurt. God damn it.
Oh, your shoulders.
I shouldn't have drawn for literally 6 hours before the stream.
Oh my God! Listen, don't you get injured for like 6 months now?
No,
right?
no, I just have to put a hot water bottle on my shoulder.
All right, that's good.
Tomorrow.
Oh, thanks for the resub, IK.
Probably.
Listen, I better not hear that there's no. Seriously, this is as your friend, not as your
No,
collaborator.
I have this like regularly when I get into the flow and can't stop drawing. So I just do nothing but drawing.
I mean, that's good. Listen,
Days.
if inspiration strikes, I get it for sure.
Yeah.
I've been working on a project myself that I started a new novel, which hopefully I'll be able to do a creative stream of soon. And I felt that way, like it was going very smoothly. Yeah, exactly, YOLO. Thank you so much for the resub, IK. I appreciate it, dude. If you guys have not already done so, IK is a really good guy. One of the nicest guys that you'll meet on Twitch. Really good dude. And plays D&D and plays a lot of Destiny 2 and loves a really awesome soccer team in Athens. And is just your cool all-around guys. You guys should immediately go follow him. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it, man. Not exactly for NaNoWriMo. Thank you for the host, Pantsless Aaron, one of my fellow GOG streamers. Yeah, no, not NaNoWriMo. I just happened to work out that I was writing it then, because a lot of my other projects are all waiting for different things, like the publishers to do stuff, or kind of in the middle of, like, I'm waiting for a few people to do some things on a couple of projects. So in the meantime, I had this other idea, and I don't want to say what it is yet, but you guys will... When you guys see what it is, you'll be like, oh, I get why he's working on that. So I am pleased. Okay, so it looks like... I realized that I wasn't showing the polls. I apologize. This should be... See, we're doing all these polls, and this should be getting all the United States people excited to vote. So if you feel like this is cool, imagine what happens when what you do actually affects the future of the country and arguably the world. So vote. Or for your narrator to finish. Well, I mean, you know, Tren, I wasn't going to say anything, but, you know. It's alright, man, I get it. I'm just lucky that I got you when I did, because now that Tren is, like, blowing up, now that Tren is, like, challenging Troy Baker for top voice actor, soon they're going to be like, they're going to get rid of Liam O'Brien on Critical Role, and they'll bring Trent on. They're like, you know, Liam, you just don't have the fan base here. You don't have the talent that Trent has, so here you go. And what Trent will do with this incredible experience, of course, is he'll be like, well, I owe it all to the following channel. Go here right now, twitch.tv. Thank you, instructor. I knew Trendane before he was cool, exactly. Okay, I think I last called this. Yeah, thanks, instructor. I appreciate it, man. Instructor, are you actually an instructor? And if so, what do you instruct? I'm curious. All right, we're gonna... Oh, tie vote. Damn it, 10. That tie vote, though. It's a tie vote, so we need we need someone to break the tie. Slide down the slope or walk around the edge of the ridge.
Do I have to do it again?
I don't know yet. It just got tied, so I'm not sure. YOLO or non-YOLO? Chaotix just summon you. Oh, that's okay, instructor. I just was curious. Can someone type in chat and ask instructor whether he is an instructor? That I was just curious. Yeah, Trendane has a deep understanding of character traits, indeed.
Well, I mean, slides are fun, so...
That's true.
What could possibly go wrong?
Well, but right, you like all of the crew though. That's the problem, Trent. All right, slide down the slope. And also, let's see, black belt came in on it too. So, all right, slide down the slope it is. You slide to your death. No. Let's see what actually happens. At first, the descent is quite easy, but you soon find it difficult to see clearly and your legs feel very weak. The sleep tooth scratches are affecting you, and suddenly you pitch forward and slip headfirst into darkness. Well, crap. Great job, guys. All right, let's see. Pick a number from the random number table. Let's see what we get. 9. That sounds promising. When you awake... Oh, maybe not. Well, oh, good. Whew! When you awake, you find yourself lying at the foot of a steep slope in a tangle of long grasses. Your backpack and weapons are missing, and your head aches violently. You cannot tell how long you've been unconscious, but you realize that time is running out, and you must press on. Standing up, you notice your backpack and weapon on the slope above. They must have broken free when you fell. You quickly retrieve them and move off into the trees ahead. Man alive. That would... Can you imagine? I bet if you had gotten a 0 to 4, I bet we would have lost the backpack and the weapons permanently. Good grief. So much for YOLO. You have been walking for over half an hour when your eye is caught by some bright red flowers growing near to a mossy bank. You recognize the plants to be lompspur, a rare and beautiful herb, much prized for its healing properties. Kneeling down, you pick a handful of lompspur and place it in your backpack. You may eat this herb to regain lost endurance points. Each meal of lompspur will restore 3 endurance points, and you have gathered enough for 2 such meals. Closing your pack, you continue your mission. It says in the footnote, each meal of lompspur may be consumed when prompted for a meal, in which case it fulfills the meal requirement in addition to restoring 3 endurance points. Lompspur may also be consumed at any other time to restore endurance without having any significance as a meal. So that's basically healing potions for us guys, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, but that, I only said on the other side of the sleep tooth. I didn't know that that was based on throwing yourself to your death or something. You know? I am not responsible. Can't be held responsible for the life of me. I cannot remember. Okay, so we can either head northeast or east. All right, where is it going to be, guys? Northeast or east? There we go. Northeast or east? Yeah, Chad is intentionally trying to lose. No, I don't know. I think Chat just, you know, may have decided that it was a good idea when sleepy to go sliding down a slope. Because, and I quote a certain talented cartoonist, slides are fun. So...
Oh, who's that talented cartoonist you're talking about?
I don't know. I think his name is Joe Smith, and he lives in Oklahoma.
I have heard of this, Joe Smith.
Nice, friend.
We play bridge every Tuesday.
Wait, yeah, I'll bet you do. You are very closely connected to this person.
Yes.
What's up, Trent? I cannot remember. Is that a Jeff Sessions song? Exactly. For the life... Except that would have to be, for the life of me, I cannot remember. That'd be Jeff Sessions' version. What made me think I was a racist and I'm gonna be in jail. Oh my God, it's Mueller. He's gonna take me down. It was a good idea to walk through a field full of sleep tooth. That part was fine, okay? I didn't specify that you should deliberately try to get scratched. That wasn't my job, all right? We got herbs out of it. Right. See? Exactly. There, we got scratched. And we almost died, but we got herbs. So, I lured you with loot. You got loot! All right, last call on this, guys. Northeast or east? By the way, quick programming note. We have about 15 to 20, about 20 minutes left or so, maybe 25 minutes before we'll have to wrap today. A little bit shorter session, unfortunately, because of the tech problems we had at the beginning, but those are now resolved, so... and at 4 p.m. Eastern, incidentally, I will be continuing Storm King's Thunder, Dungeons & Dragons with the GOG stream team, which is Pyron Jade, Screaming Joypad, and Darksaber 2K, and that will be over at the GOG channel with episode 101 of Pen and Pixels, and you guys will get a chance to see Tari doing more of this book in the future with me, illustrating it, but also we'll get to see her playing Adventures of Middle-earth as we continue our Tolkien campaign next Tuesday, as we add in the 4th and newest member, Amal El-Mutar, to the crew on Tuesday. So we will have a group of 4. Trendane is in that group as well, of course. And yeah, and these guys have they've just fought off a battle in a hill fort, but now the guy that they came to find is missing, and so they need to find him. So it's getting crazy. But the tech problems are all related to the same thing, Kilobyte. So hopefully now that I've addressed this, that addresses it. Hopefully. Now that we've addressed this one thing, hopefully that takes care of the other ones. It's all related to the bloody audio. Alright, we're going to close this poll and we were going to go northeast. The trees start to thin out, and just ahead you can make out the silhouette of an old log cabin beneath an oak tree. This hut seems to have been abandoned, and there is little of apparent value left behind. Opening a small chest near the main door, you discover bunches of twigs that have been tied together with strong twine. One end of the bundle has been coated with pitch. They are torches. Next to the chest is a short sword and a tinderbox. You may take them and a torch if you wish, and I might as well do that because we have the backpack room for it. Marking them on our action chart. Closing the door of the cavern, you head off along an overgrown path towards the northeast. The overgrown path leads to a junction where another track branches off towards the east. So, do you wish to go east or continue northeast? All right, turn east or continue northeast. Oh, this is cool. Under the journal, this is a really cool program. Under the journal, it has this thing like these information about what do we do. Fought a Gaiac, Gaiax fled, spoke with Baindon, received the Crystal Star Pendant, parted, ambushed by Gaiax, raced through the trees, investigated clumps of sleep tooth, struggled through Gallow Brush. It shows you all the stuff that you did. That's super cool. And it shows you battles. We've only had the one battle and we won easily. And then notes. Add a new note. Terry likes YOLO when her cartoonist friend from Oklahoma tells her to.
Is this a revenge for the doodle from earlier?
I don't know what you mean. That, by the way, this drawing is looking off the hook.
Thank you.
Look at that.
Yeah, this is how I go when I'm warm up, and I'm properly warmed up right now. So.
Look at that. That is sick. The music fits the drawing too. Okay. Let's see. Polls. There we go. All right, we are tied. Turn east is 2. Continue northeast is 2. All right, I need someone to break this tie. It doesn't need to be Terry yet, though. What's it going to be, guys? Turn east or continue northeast? He doesn't have even has a certificate. The bearer of the scroll, namely Lone Wolf, is an initiate in the Order of the Kai. That's cool. We get awards, too, but we haven't won any yet. That's cool.
Are certificates basically achievements in this game?
I think so. There's sort of like a certificate's like a description of how far you've advanced in level, and then I think there's a separate thing called awards, and I think those are like achievements, I would guess. Although I don't know anything about the awards. I just see that there's a spot for them. So, I don't know what that means. Alright, Kilobyte's looking at turn east versus continue northeast. Alright, getting ready here. Last call, last call. And... okay. Pole is closed. We're going to head east. The path soon ends at a large clearing. In the center of the clearing is a tree much taller and wider than any others you have seen in the forest. Looking up through the massive branches, you can see a large treehouse some 25 to 30 feet above the ground. There is no ladder, but the gnarled bark of the tree offers many footholds. Do you wish to climb the tree and search the treehouse, or press on? Alright, what should we do? Climb the tree and search the treehouse, or press on? Chloe wants to check out the treehouse. Chaotix wants to check out the treehouse. Classicor wants to check out the treehouse. Maze wants to check out the treehouse. Kilobyte wants to check out the treehouse. Alright, we have... anyone at 10 of clubs wants to vote for it. Okay, I'm going to last call this because it looks like people are pretty clear about that they want to check out this treehouse. J-Rab wants this treehouse. Yeah, people want this treehouse. Yeah, they do. I will grudgingly concur. Alright, so we're going to close this poll, climb the tree. Your climb is swift and easy. It reminds you of the many trees that you climbed and explored near Torin as a child when you wanted to pick fruit or to look out over the beautiful countryside of Sommerland. Pushing open the treehouse door, you see an old hermit huddled in the corner of the small cabin. A look of great relief spreads across his face as he recognizes your green Kai cloak. He tells you that this area is full of Gaiacs and that he has counted over 40 Kron flying over his home in the last 3 hours. They were heading east. He scurries over to a cupboard and returns with a plate of fresh fruit. You thank him and place the fruit in your backpack. There is enough for 1 meal. Okay, so we'll take that. The hermit also produces a fine warhammer and lays it upon a table by the door. Your need is greater than mine, Kai Lord, he says. Please take this trusty warhammer if you so wish. You may take this weapon only if you exchange it for another weapon already in your possession, for it is the only defense that the hermit has against the enemy. Thanking the old man, you carefully descend the tree and continue on your mission. Okay, so here's the question, guys. Right now we have 2 weapons, an axe and a short sword. So we could exchange this one of those weapons for this warhammer. Now, we don't have weapon skill in any of these weapons, but maybe this warhammer is better than what we already have. That's possible. So the question is, do you wish to... I'm not going to put up a poll for this. Should we exchange it or not? Actually, I'll put up... you know what? I will put up a poll. I take that back. Not if you exchange it. No, that's you have to exchange a weapon with him. So, do you exchange the warhammer for the axe? Do you exchange the warhammer for the short sword? Or do you leave the warhammer behind? Oh my god, it's the Fable soundtrack. I'm like, this does not sound like Jade Empire. Let's check. Let's check the Temple of Tempest. Nice. Nice. Good call. Whoever suggested Temple of Tempest, I don't remember who that was. Good call, guys. Alright, we've got 2 votes for exchanging Warhammer for the axe, 2 votes for leaving the Warhammer behind, and 1 vote for exchanging Warhammer for the short sword. If we leave him the axe, he can build a better treehouse. That's true. As we've seen in Talisman, actually. Wow, all tied equally. All right, I'm going to last call it up, and the next vote is going to get the decide here. What? No, there were not 4 votes for exchanging. Oh, I see what you're saying, Jay. I see what you mean. Well, it's got to be more than, you know. There we go. We got 3 votes for, I see what you're saying. So, I see what you're getting at. Yeah, I guess that's true. Kilobyte says to leave it behind. All right, we got 4 votes for leaving it behind, 2 for Warhammer, 2 for Axe, 1 for Short Sword. All right, last call. One of the most gorgeous pieces of video game soundtrack music of all time, which is Kuldahar in the Icewind Dale soundtrack.
I concur.
I mean, Jeremy Soule, right? I mean, like, that
Yeah.
guy. So good.
I mean, like, Icewind Dale, like, the series has, like, a bunch of issues compared to the other games
Agree.
in the genre.
Agree.
But, like, the aesthetics in this entire series are so
Couldn't
spot
agree
on.
with
Like,
you more. Yep.
The graphics,
Yep.
the music,
Totally
everything.
agree.
Like,
The setting in
beautiful.
general, yeah, I totally agree with you completely. I wish I enjoyed the game part more, you know, but everything else about it, even the story's decent, but like the music is gorgeous. The picture of the huge world tree, you know, in Kuldahar, like that whole map is just, yeah, it's spectacular. I just wish that it wasn't basically a combat rest fest, which is what a lot of it is.
Yeah.
I
I mean, it's like, I had this realization about the graphics, like, back when Frozen came out.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I was like, okay, so like Frozen is like all this ice stuff. Why does this all look so boring? And then I like sometime later I went back to play Icewind Dale Enhanced Edition.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, look, this is how you make ice levels that look diverse.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. 100%. Yeah, he composed, that's right, he composed the Guild Wars OST, that's right, Dagger, and of course, obviously, Skyrim. Yeah, really gorgeous stuff. I often use him for my creative streams. I use him for the background, because it's good stuff. Let's see, what did I say? Did I not say Jeremy Soule? Did I say Jonathan Soule?
Jeremy Soule.
I thought I said Jeremy Soule. Okay. You have been trudging through the forest for nearly 2 hours. The nagging fear that you are lost begins to seem a reality. Apart from the occasional cry of a cron in the far distance, you have seen or heard no evidence that the enemy is in this part of the forest. As you descend a rocky hillock, you see something unusual in the tangled woods ahead. Surrounded by thorny briars and closely packed roots, you see the entrance of a tunnel disappearing into the hillside beyond. It is approximately 7 feet in height and just over 10 feet wide. As you get closer, you can feel a slight breeze coming from the inky blackness. If the other end of this tunnel emerges on the far side of the hill, it could save you many hours of difficult climbing, but it could also harbor unknown danger. So, do you wish to enter the tunnel or climb the hillside? And we're closing in on the end of our decisions, folks, because we're almost done here for today. More's the pity. Yeah. It screams, bro. You know what I was thinking, 10, was, the cave. Remember your failure at the cave. I was thinking that the tree at Dagobah. is what it was reminding me of. Actually, it also reminds me of where Tari and the rest of the crew and Tren and Will had to take shelter from the rain in the first episode of Wilderland Adventures, the first mission. Classic Ore and
Wasn't
Dagger
that
are
the
like
second
one.
episode?
Well, I mean the first part of the adventure, I should say. It wasn't the actual first episode, but the first.
No, I mean.
No.
Oh, okay.
That was the first adventure. Yeah, the first, where you were going through Mirkwood and all that. That was the first. That was the first adventure that you guys had. Not the first day, but it was the first adventure that you were doing.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, not the first day.
Like,
yeah, not the first day.
Yeah.
No, the first I don't remember what day it was. It was probably the second day or the third, maybe. But it was the first adventure. Because you guys are now in Adventure 2, actually.
Yes.
All right, we got 2 people to vote to enter the tunnel. 1 vote for climbing the hillside. Last call. Well, actually, I don't want to last. Yeah, I do want to last call. Yes, I do. I'm convinced we will be eaten if we go down there. All right, we have 2 votes for each. A lot of ties in chat today. A lot of ties. A lot of ties here. Chloe Rose is like, get the hell out. Let's go up. Damn it, J-Rab. What is this? I do not want the single-player trailer of Battlefront 2. The hell? Oh, okay. This is just a... Skip to the video. It's just an ad. The hell with you. The hell with you. Now, I never played... Did you ever play Icewind Dale 2?
Oh yes.
I never played that.
I have a lot of great memories considering the Icewind Dale games. Why do you ask?
So it was better than 1? That's what I was curious about.
Oh god, the 2 of them kind of blend together for me.
Okay.
Plot-wise, because a lot of the locations are the same. I think the plot in the first one was easier to follow. But the second one had like a more interesting plot, even though it was kind of convoluted.
Okay.
I think.
Same thing with the combat? Same situation
well,
with
I mean, like gameplay-wise, I think it's actually the best one in the entire like Infinity Engine because it's the only one that uses third edition rules.
Yeah, well, right. Yeah.
And you just can have like a much larger pool of things to choose from.
Mm-hmm.
Like classes, races, and
right.
You have sub races and stuff like that. Like you can play an Azima if you want.
Yeah, that's right. There
like
was
that.
a lot of broad. That's right. And I think wasn't Josh Sawyer on Icewind Dale 2? Or was it yeah, so he was I thought he was working on that. Okay, we got a tie, guys. Enter the tunnel or climb the hillside. We need someone to break this tie. Second ed forever. Yeah, 2E was a good system. Curiously, in case anyone's curious, the 2 sessions that I've played on here with Ed Greenwood have both been second edition because that's his expertise. But I'm all about that 5e. I'm a big fan of 5e.
Yeah, I want to get more into that, but I mean, like getting people to play actual Dungeons & Dragons with you here is kind of hard.
I know, that's why you gotta.
My group recently broke up for good, sadly, because the DM and his girlfriend, who was another of the players, broke up.
Oh.
And then things got
awkward, huh? Yeah.
So that group is dead. So I'm actually gonna attempt to run my own game for the first time.
Nice.
Once after I moved.
That's awesome.
So yeah, gonna try 5e there. Because
you should live stream it. You should live stream.
No. This is like my at home with real people.
I still though.
And also, I don't think my friends
don't want to do
enough English to
You don't have to tell them. You can just be like, "Oh, whoops! I accidentally streamed this." And,
No.
You know that feel, 10? Yeah, community game failure sadness. Classic or don't give up. I had another person who brought up on a YouTube video is like, yeah, what's going on with the community game? So we just got to keep trying. I do want to remind everybody that we are trying to get some community games going that involve basically other members of the community DMing, not me, because I am already, you know, rather busy. But I would love to be able to host it. So I've been actually looking into that with some of the trusted members of the community like Classicor and others. So we'll get there eventually. All right, climb the hillside it is. So you've decided to avoid the cave. As you begin your climb, you hear the beat of wings approaching from the west. Kron. By the noise they are making, you estimate there are at least 10, perhaps more. You curse your bad luck, for the hillside offers no cover from the sky. If you were attacked during this difficult climb, you will find it nearly impossible to fight back and remain upright at the same time. Will you draw your weapon and remain completely still, in the hope that the Kron will not spot you, or quickly descend the hillside and take cover in the tunnel? And this, I think, will be our last vote of the day. Oh, no, sure. Definitely do that, class score. Sure. Yeah, I think everyone's had that experience. We had an experience of a group of people that my wife and I played D&D with that had played D&D with each other and basically had a series of adventures that went very badly. So essentially, they didn't trust each other. So when the DM, who was one of those friends, wanted to do something and we were like, sounds good, everyone else was like, no, we don't want to do that, because they were really freaked out that he was going to be trying to kill them, even though that wasn't what he was intending to do. And it got bad. It was problematic. Speaking of Icewind Dale 2, this is the Return to Kuldahar OST. See, I don't know. See, this I don't think Icewind Dale 2 is yeah, it's not the same guy. And you can tell that it's not. It's not as good as Jeremy Soule. It just isn't. It's fine, but hey, what's up, Zergy? Oh, cool. You could actually, if you hold, that's cool. If you, this program has so many cool little features. If you just hover over it, it'll show a picture of the like axe, shows a picture of the short sword, shows a picture of the helmet. That's super cool. Wow, that's neat. It's going well. It's going well. We're just about to close up shop here. This is the last vote of the day. And then I'm going to be at the top of the hour playing some D&D. We got started a little bit later than I was hoping we would because of tech problems, but we have made up for it, I think, with some beautiful drawings from Terry. And a cool adventure. I'm actually really enjoying this as an item, so. Yeah, for sure, Dagger. I still remember my first ever D&D experience, which was in 6th grade in recess playing Keep on the Borderlands. And I still remember the guy's name was Aaron. I don't remember his last name, actually. His first name was Aaron. His last name might have been Holcomb. I do remember his last name, Aaron Holcomb. And he was the DM, and it was me and a friend and a person. I think it was, I don't remember who the friend was, though. But anyway, we were playing Keep on the Borderlands, and I had no idea what was going on, but I just thought it was really awesome. And yeah, and then the next memory was when I picked up the red box, which I still have, and that got me interested, started me getting into dungeon mastering. And at first I just read the books because I didn't have anyone to actually dungeon master for. And then I started in my, I think, junior and senior year of high school, I started to do a little bit of the DMing. And I did that all through that, and then freshman year of college, and then I was hooked and been DMing and playing ever since. Tremendous game. Oh no, Classicor. Alright, so we got the last call up there. And there we go. We are going to quickly descend the hillside and take cover in the tunnel. Alright. Nice. All right, very cool. And I can tell you that it looks like, we're not going to do this today, but the tunnel is dark and the air is much cooler than outside. You carefully advance with one hand on the tunnel wall to aid your sense of direction. You have been in total darkness for 3 minutes when you detect the foul smell of decay ahead, similar to rotting meat. If you have a torch and tinderbox in your pack, and we do, you may light the torch to see your way ahead. Suddenly, something heavy drops from the tunnel ceiling onto your back, and you fall to your knees. It is a burrow crawler, and you must fight it. That looks disgusting, for it is trying to strangle you
with a carrion crawler,
with its long, slimy tentacles. Exactly. There may be a little bit of that going on. So we will have to fight that next time. Combat skill 17. Ooh. We only have a combat skill 12, but we do get... we do have a torch, so we'll be able to use that. And yeah, we'll have to... Fortunately, we have a lot more hit points, so there's that. But we will determine all of that next time, because for right now... Oh wait, I already did that. There we go. Lovely. Alright, we are going to save this. Save load progress. Save game. Alright. Awesome. We are in good shape. So I really am impressed with this program. I like it. I think it's working really well. So, yes, if we light the torch, we have the normal combat skill. If we don't light the torch, we lose 3 to our combat skill. So when we actually fight the guy, we're going to have to... when we fight the guy, we're going to have that torch lit. But we will talk about that next time. But we have got a close-up shop. This music is that was the soundtrack to Icewind Dale 2. The original soundtrack to Icewind Dale 2 called Return to Kuldahar. But right now we're going to let Terry show a couple of drawings that she did today. And then we're going to...
much.
Yeah, we only had a couple, because we didn't have as much time today. But we did get 2 really good ones out of you, though, which is good.
Okay, so first of all...
Raisins ruined my headphone jack, because they did, those sons of... Yeah,
yeah, that was when we were setting up. It took like, I don't know, like 45 minutes
pretty
or so.
much, yeah.
And so I had just everything set up, so I just started doodling while Arf was like silently cursing to himself the
Pretty
entire
much.
time.
Not
like,
always
he
so
couldn't
silent.
hear me, but I could hear him the entire time, like frantic clicking in the background. And,
Yep.
So yeah, that came to mind. So yeah, this is our hero.
That's so cool. Our boy Lone Wolf. We got to figure out a name for the wolf cub. Or if that's just like a metaphor, like
I don't know.
if he actually gets a wolf, that would be cool. But I think that he looks really awesome. I dig it. Cool. And then
I started drawing our wizard friend.
our boy Baindon.
Baindon, that's his name.
Yeah. Is that all? That's not quite done, or it's
That's not done yet. No, I'm doing like the stars and moons on his
okay.
rope, and then I have to do some shading. But
Cool.
otherwise-
So, but you're going to post it on Twitter later, right?
Yes,
As you
of
usually do?
course.
Okay. Cool. So we will do that later on. So chat, before we log off here, what's the take, everyone, on Lone Wolf? I personally really like this so far. I've been enjoying, I think it works really well. It moves nice and smoothly. I really like this program. And so far I have been enjoying it, but I'm curious if you guys have been liking it so far.
Well, I can tell that I'm enjoying drawing it very much.
Oh, good.
Because,
That's important.
I'm so much more used to, so much more comfortable with drawing like fantasy stuff compared to like space stuff.
Yeah.
Not that I don't like space stuff, but it's like such rigid lines and machinery, and I'm so not used to that. I prefer the organic stuff.
So now you're back in the sort of comfort zone, so to speak.
Yes.
Kilobyte likes it. Zergy hasn't been here long enough. Dagger likes it. Seems pretty interesting. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Chaotix loving it in childhood and still do, especially with the neat tools you got there. Cool, Chaotix. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I think it's a good departure for us, and I do like the fact that you level. Yeah, not much has happened in the story so far, but part of that was just sort of getting kind of gradually ramping up to speed. So, more of that will be able to happen as time goes by. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it looks cool. I think this works in terms of the program. So that is pretty neat. So we are that's going to do it for us for today. I will let Terry go and close up shop here. But before I do that, I will ask her where the fine people can find you when not on this channel doing awesome drawings.
Thank you. Well, I mean, I'm like on all of the social media mainly on Tumblr. I do have a Patreon if you guys want to check that out.
You should check it out.
Then I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I'm on DeviantArt. I'm on Facebook and whatnot. And other than that, since it's already almost end of the year, I can start talking about that because in December next month, I will be attending the Comic-Con in Dortmund, Germany. I will have a table there, so if anybody is like in the area, more or less, and wants to come by and say hi, that would be neat.
Very, very awesome. And actually, it strikes me, you guys should do that if you can. Also, hey, Kilobyte or Dragon Spear or 10, actually, would one of the three of you be willing to put together a command for me in the channel for for our bot? Put together a command that would allow basically just a command that just says !Tari, and then just have a link to all of Tari's stuff, like the Instagram and the Patreon and stuff like that, because I think it would be good for people to be able to check that out quickly and be able to go over there other than just manually linking it. I just linked her Patreon, but I think we should probably have done that before. So could we do that? Somebody like Dragon or Kill or 10, somebody? If one of you guys would be willing to do that, that would be awesome. I would do it, except that I am now going to get ready for D&D, which I've got only a half hour to do. So I'm going to do that as well. But Tari, this was, as always, a pleasure. Thank you so much. Thanks for putting up with the tech stuff. And we will, 1 week from today, I will see you, of course, for Tolkien as we continue Adventures in Middle-earth. But we'll be chatting before then as well. So so thank you, Tari, as always. Great stuff. Chat, can we get some love for her? Can we get some love for Tari in chat? I can start farming the links. Cool. 10 farms the links. Kilobyte puts it together. Chat gives the love to Tari. And break.
Thank you.
And cut. And is it? I really like TariToons art. Glad she's a part of the community. Could not agree more, Zergy.
Thank you guys.
Could not agree more. All right, cool. There's all the good hypes and the hearts and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah,
cool.
Today is a little bit more delay, I noticed.
Stream. Doesn't surprise me. It's probably a miracle that anything's working with the freaking this headphone
Yeah, my
situation.
day today was also very Murphy's Law ridden.
Oh, really? Oh, God. Yeah. All right. Well, good. Well, this was a good way to sort of, cheer us all up. So thank you, Tari, as always, and I'll talk to you soon.
Yes. Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay. Bye-bye. All righty. Okay, folks, that is going to do it for me and for us for today. Give me 1 second, just so we don't confuse anybody when I get rid of this name. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of that, and let's turn on that. Okay, good. And now we can go out of studio mode and go like that. Cool. So thanks, everybody. It was a pleasure. I really enjoyed this, as always. We're not going to do a raid today because I hope that you're all going to join me in a half hour over at GOG, where we're going to be playing Storm King's Thunder, and we'll be continuing Dungeons & Dragons with them. That's going to be a lot of fun. Also, be on the lookout for a bonus creative stream coming soon. I don't know exactly when. I was thinking it was definitely going to be on Friday, but my daughter's actually home from school on Friday, so I don't know if we'll be doing that. We might be. We'll see. I'll think about it. But in any case, definitely Friday evening, I'll be playing probably The Last Guardian for you guys. And then on Saturday, Dungeons & Dragons with the Infinity and Beyond crew will be happening as well. And as far as needing a new overlay, definitely, Curl, I know that Cloud Kingdom, Cloud was the one who actually did the Fighting Fantasy overlays for me. So yeah, dude, if you're willing to do that, let me know. I mean, I don't want to make a bunch of time, and I don't know how expensive it will be or whatever, but I would definitely appreciate that. You can actually see the way the overlay looks. So it's a little bit different for Lone Wolf. So, the full window actually, looks like this. You can actually see the full window like that. So I'd like to be able to probably subdivide it somehow the way that I have. So I don't know if you're able to see that right there. Like I could just do that, which sort of goes over both of them. That works okay also. But and then this window on the right I need for the artwork. So I definitely want that. Oh, Kilobyte's working on one already. Okay, well then Kill's already doing it. But anyway, you guys can talk and figure it out. But it's these two windows down below I probably don't need anymore. So we could actually, for Lone Wolf, I'll still use it for Fighting Fantasy, but for Lone Wolf, I don't need it. So it could probably expand like this top window and this window above it. So I could probably expand like the art window and the other window. So, we'll see. Anyway, but that's going to do it for me. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it a lot. And I hope you guys did too. and I am going to get on out of here, and I am going to go get ready for some D&D at GOG. Remember, if you haven't done so already, please follow the stream. Please make sure to support the channel by checking out ! Steam group for the Steam group, ! ArvTube for the YouTube, ! Discord for the Discord, and of course, the ! Arvtreon. We're up to 395. We're so close to 400. We could really get over that hump and get some cool things for you and for the channel if we keep moving up over 400. And of course, the sub button, which is the one right above the sub window, the video window. If you're able to click on that sub button, then that also supports the channel as well. And you can get that cool Arvany get hyped, like classical right there, that get hyped that exists here as well. So thank you to my wonderful mods. Thank you to Dragonspear, Kilobyte, and 10 of Clubs. Thank you also to my subscribers who are Dragonspear and Kilobyte, IK Enforcer, Chaotix, Chloe Rose, Classicer, Curiel, and TariToons. Thank you also to 10 of Clubs for her very generous Patreon support, which I really do appreciate, 10. I'm thinking about a way to maybe make it so that you can get some rewards on a more permanent basis, like every few months or something like that, 10. So I'm kind of processing how to do that. I haven't totally thought it through yet, but I think I have a couple of possible ideas. So I'll have something hopefully resolved on that soon. Thank you so much to Abraham Wolf. Thank you. I don't think I've seen you in here, Abraham. I hope you like what you saw and heard, and will follow the channel and support with the Patreon or subscribing if you can. Thanks to Ayami. Thanks to Bobby Bibber. Same thing. I hope you liked what you saw and heard, Bobby Bibber, and will support the channel if you can in the ways I described. Thank you to Big Boss. Thank you to Senator Cromtair, Dagger. Thank you to E-Cake. Thanks for the follow today, Dagger, by the way. Thank you to E-Cake. Thank you to Epidemic. Thank you to Instructor. Many thanks for the follow today. Thank you to Jagtress, to J-Reb, to Longstrife, to Maze, Marinda, Nirvash. Nirvash, I might have seen you in here. If not, then same things I said to everyone else. Thank you for being here. Thank you to Poltergeist Zero. Thank you to Trendane, of course. Thank you to Trouden, to Valerian Gamer. Thank you to Zergy Stardust. And thank you, of course, to Marinda. I know, way off sync. You missed the stream, yes, but I'm going to be at GOG in about a half hour, so I will do that. So thank you to Marinda. Thank you to everyone who was here. You guys were the best. I really had a good time today, and hopefully we'll get a chance to play more of this in the future. But now it's over to GOG for some Dungeons & Dragons and Storm King's Thunder. Until I see you over there, folks, have a good one. Love you all. The best viewers on Twitch. Be good to each other. Have a good day. Also, for Sommerlund, bye.
Fresh and new, when it all seemed clear to you, when your aim was straight and true. Were your mind untroubled by the questions in the dark, content to play your part, open pathways to your heart? Were your life untainted by a host of broken dreams, when all your acts were queens, understood all that it means? Could you have understood the way your life was bound? Did you ever wonder how you got from there to now? Oh yes, you're gonna fly away from here, where the sky grows more clear, and your problems disappear, drift away down below. Watch them go down to your friends, where the trouble never ends, and there's always just one more day left to go. Now through your pile of broken lies, and your set of fake goodbyes, another cynical disguise. When will they catch you? All those little things you said, will it turn around instead? Blame the voices in your head. With all your subtle language, try and turn your life around. If your center gets unwound, you do your best to slow things down. And if you feel things that you never felt before, that shook you to your core, a shattered truth you can't ignore. Oh yes, you're gonna fly away from here, where the sky grows more clear, and your problems disappear, drift away down below. Watch them go down to your friends, where the trouble never it comes to your own vision, when you got to